Now, this podcast is all about junior golf. We're going to be talking about various aspects of junior golf, trying to promote the game to the next generation of golfers. To do the junior golf news first of all. I don't know if you've seen this clip on YouTube. I'd love to be able to actually show you, but she managed to do it stood on one leg, holding her other leg up here, one-handed and chipped in. Which I don't know if you do that practice-wise, but I don't. Well done. There's a massive event taking place this summer, July 26th and 28th, over in Ireland at Loch. Beautiful, wonderful destination in Northern Ireland. Over there, they've got the Champion of Champions World Championship taking place. So it's been organised by the guys who run the Irish Junior Open, which is a fantastic golf tour. Involves Gary Player. Some tours from all over the world are taking part in this. I think there's invites gone out to around about 250 juniors across the world. We can all go along and hopefully go and watch it in person, but it would be great to watch some of this actually out there, on your screens. So how can we do that?
You might be able to watch it, Steve. You might be able to watch it across social media. You never know.
Well, what a wonderful link there into what we're going to be talking about then. So, well, the media and junior golf, because it's not on as much as we would like.
Golf has always been one of my sports, but I actually started in motorsport. And I wanted to bring a different view to motorsport. Cars going around the racetracks is, it kind of gets a bit samey after a while. But nobody covered what really happens in the paddock. And I don't know if anybody ever watches Formula One, but for me, the best bit about the coverage was Martin Brundle when he does his grid walk. And he's allowed access all there. He's got one camera, just him, a microphone, and there's no rules. Off you go talk to anybody. And he just catches drivers on the hop. And I thought, wow, we can do this at club level because it's even more accessible. And it got me thinking golf. There's no coverage on social media of golf other than posting the odd video here or there or the odd photo. And if you want to watch live golf, you've got to subscribe to Sky, or you've got to subscribe somewhere. You have to pay for it. So can't we make that more accessible? I approached 2020 Pro Tour in winter 2019. I sent them my motorsport proposal and I sort of called it F1 style media behind the scenes to the golf sector, if you know what I mean. And they bought into it. They said, look, let's give it a go. And it went down in absolute storm. Then Clutch Pro Tour came aboard. And that was when Matthew Faldo got in touch with me. I think he'd seen an event we'd done with Clutch and said, look, let's see if we can get a deal done.
Faldo Series is a junior event for more the elite golfers, the better golfers from the age of under 14 right the way up to under 21. That's the Faldo Series, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's the world's elite junior tour. It was a real honour, actually, to be sort of called up by Matthew and said, can you come and do it? People like National Club Golf will be broadcast with, Golf Monthly magazine, Golf Magic, Today's Golfer, Women in Golf magazine have been a massive supporter of us. We broadcast to all these platforms, and they've really bought into what we've been doing by bringing live golf onto social media. And we've had the honour of interviewing a number of wonderful players, a number of players you know very well as well, Charlie Hull, Megan McLaren, Laura Davies, Jamie Donaldson. We had Andy Sullivan against Richard Bland in a playoff. I mean, that's a European tour standard, and it was incredible. But from then it grew. We started turned attention a bit more to junior golf, and we got on board with England Golf. We did every single Faldo Series event in the UK. We also did the English Under 18 Championship, the English Amateur Champ at Moortown. And it's just grown and grown. And the appetite for junior golf is getting higher and higher and higher. The Faldo Series Grand Final, we had 120,000 people tune in to watch live. The English Under 18 Championship, we had, I think it was 107,000 people tune in. The English Amateur Champs, we had about 115,000 people tune in. The appetite for junior golf is there, and the standard is exceptional. And we just get out on the course. We get out with the players. We walk the course with the players. We talk to them as they're playing the round. We're respectful as well. We don't talk to them as they're about to play a shot, but we'll talk to them as they're walking between holes. A few people said to me at the start, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You can't talk to players as they're playing the round. It's like, why can't we talk to them? Golf is a slow game. It's 4 hours for a round. We're not here to give advice, and they certainly don't want to take any advice from me. I can assure you that. But people want to see what it's like out on the course mid-tournament. What is it really like? What are the players going through? What are they thinking? Gives these players a chance to showcase themselves, talk to media, and get used to playing with the camera in front of their face. Because if they're going to make it to the top, They're going to have to deal with it. They've never experienced this before. As far as I was aware, we were the first people broadcasting junior golf live in the world. The very first person I spoke to was Leah Rabano. She was brilliant in front of the camera. And every time I see her now, she, rather than having to go find her, she'll come up and talk to us. And it's like that with a lot of players. Now, we've got to know them. What really brings a smile to my face is seeing these players grow over the last 2 years, and now seeing a lot of them saying, "Oh, hi, Ian," as I'm walking through the clubhouse, and they actively make you feel part of it. Some of these players are going to make it, and it's really nice to be able to say, "Well, I was there at the very beginning." They're not afraid to come and talk to you because we're not there to catch them out. We're not trying to get a soundbite from them. We're not trying to get a headline from them. We're trying to support them, and we're trying to make them feel comfortable. The big brands are going to look at people, and they're going to look at junior golfers who are active, who are happy to talk to media, who are friendly, who portray a positive image.
So being able to express yourself and being able to put yourself across in a way whereby you sound better, it's going to do them no harm whatsoever, is it?
A lot of what we do is actually, that's kind of part of the reason we're hired for. Yes, we can generate big broadcast numbers, which makes the tour look great and all its partners look great, etc., etc. But there's a value to the players, and that is the media training side. Yeah, massive. When I talk to Matthew about it quite often, he sees the value in that too. Okay, great. We're getting 100,000 people watching the Felder series. That's fantastic. So great. But they marry in very, very nicely. We bring a value to the players because they think, well, hang on, I want to be seen. I want Titleist to be watching me and TaylorMade to be watching me because they might come calling one day. So there's the value to the players, and they see that as, well, I'm going to play on the tour that's broadcast. What we don't want to do is take their personalities away either. We're not trying to catch them out. We want them to be themselves. I catch them as soon as they finished at 18. We did it at the Felder Series Grand Final. You go talk to a player and you're like, congratulations, you've just won the Felder Series Grand Final. How are you feeling? And they're like, and you can only get that reaction once. And that raw emotion is something that just money can't buy. I remember earlier in the year, I can't remember which player it was, but she holed out in a playoff to win, and her dad was there, and she ran over, gave him a hug, and it was the most emotional thing. We caught it all on camera. You can't copy that. We can't go, "Oh, guys, we didn't catch that. Can we do that again?" This is why it works, because there's nothing wrong with being emotional. There's nothing wrong with making a mistake in front of camera either. There's nothing wrong with tripping over your words or getting stuff wrong. Don't be fearful of that. Just do it. We all do it. The amount of times I make mistakes on the cameras, the amount of times I've gone out to players, I've got a name wrong. It's the most embarrassing thing in the world. I've done it so many times, and not intentional, but it happens. But they're getting more prepared because we are there, because they know we're there as well. They start to think about things a little bit more, and they can see me there, and they think, well, he might come speak to me now. Don't run away. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Talk to me, because you're never going to have nicer media to talk to than us. And just be yourself. We just want to know how you're getting on. Just want to know how you are. That's it. Just want to know what's the course playing like. How are you getting on? What's it like playing in the Felder Series event? That's how easy it is.
It'll endear them more to the public, in the sense of that they can relate to that.
But if it's actually there on camera, you can see. And that's where live works really, really well, because you can get your tonality across. You can get your the way that you appear across. Your body language comes across very, very well. If you've got an open body language, you can be a bit jokey. Your voice is a bit different, like this. You can show a bit more personality. You can really come across that way, and it works very well. One of the players hit their shot long off the back of the green. It's quite treacherous at the back. It went into the hedges. The emotions are running high, and that's when, if I wanted to grab a headline or I wanted to make a statement, I'd go talk to them and get them to say something stupid. But I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to get them to say something stupid. I'm there to try and make the tour look in the best possible light. I'm there to promote the players, show the very best of golf, show the game of golf at its peak, at its very, very best.
There's going to be people who are watching this who are interested in what you're saying and thinking to themselves, yeah, we'd like that on our tour, in our competition. So just explain how you could get involved with them, what you could offer them.
You can get in contact with me here, by the way. That's our website, ContentLive.net. Do go check it out. And it's up to you what coverage you want. We tend to break it up into 4 one-hour shows. And that way you get the best of everything. When we did Felder Series, every single player had at least one shot recorded live, broadcast out live. And we speak to as many of the players as we possibly can. it's not just the on-course action that we do as well. We talk to the tour organisers. We can do a tour of the club with the club. And it's these little stories that come out. It's not just about the on-course action. It's about everything. It's about the tour. It's about the players. It's about the club. It's about showcasing golf in the best possible light. And we broadcast on YouTube as well to our channel, which is called Live Sport Now. That's where we put all of our live sport. If you've got specific things you want us to do, of course, we'll do that. We can promote sponsors for you. We can show adverts, but we'll handle everything. And of course, we bring our distribution network as well, which is simply the biggest in golf. And in 2021, we had another fantastic year. These are our total viewing figures for the last sort of 18 months. 3.75 million people have tuned in to watch live. That has meant we've reached 10.3 million people. So that means our content, our live content is coming to 10.3 million people have come into contact with it. That's live golf on social media for free. We average about 40 to 50,000 views per day when we go live. And the numbers are accurate to 48 hours after the event. They only grow. So that's 3.75 million. All the content's still there. It's still on all the tour pages. It's still on all the YouTube channels. It's still there for anybody to go back and watch any of our live golf. It's probably about 5 or 6 million realistically now. And you can watch all of our live content that we recorded live and free right now.
You know, if you've got a tour event and you want yours covering, this is the man to talk to. You're going to have your perfect four ball then. One of them is a junior. Who would that be?
I would play with Lottie Wode. I'd play with Lottie Wode because she's a Leeds fan, just like I am as well. Okay, and I know her very well. I would like to play with John Daly because I'm a big John Daly fan because he's from the era, we talk about media training. He's from the era where it just didn't matter. He could just do whatever you want to say. I quite like to play with Ian Poulter. I've always been a big fan of Ian Poulter. I know he's a car nut as well. So we would have something to talk about with regards to motorsport and cars. The best piece of advice I've ever been given is to, I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's to play it safe. As soon as you get a tiny little gap between two trees, you think you're going for it, just take your medicine. If you're in trouble, don't be a hero. You'll save a lot more shots out in the course just thinking your way around the course rather than just, all right, there's the flag, it's that way, just trying to hit it as the crow flies. Just think your way around the course rather than just go all guns blazing. The first two podcasts, haven't they, Steve, been you and me, but we're really going to get into the meat and bones of junior golf, I think, in the next, or certainly in the next podcast. You will not want to miss that. And watch it on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitch.